Hello everyone, good morning and happy Gandhi Jayanti to all of you. So you can see the Gandhi Mandap hills is specially cleaned up nicely from all the trash which got collected over the year in order to pay our homage and respect to the father of the nation. So many folk they come over early in the morning to have a walk amidst the fresh air. So how important, because we are beginning World Wildlife Week from 2nd October. So what is the importance of a healthy ecosystem, that I'll be explaining to you. How much things we get for free from nature and we take it for granted. We don't even think about it. So just follow up. I'll be talking about a concept which is called ecosystem services. So many of you may not have heard that term. It's a very interesting term rather. What is ecosystem service? Ecosystem service are the different benefits that we derive from a healthy ecosystem. Since I'm speaking at the beginning of the Wildlife Week in India, which is celebrated from 2nd October to 8th October. So a healthy wildlife will always survive in a healthy ecosystem, and I'm privileged to be from a part of the world which is regarded as one of the biodiversity hotspots. So when we talk about a healthy ecosystem, so we derive numerous benefits from a healthy ecosystem, and if we can convert a small aspect, a small benefit of that ecosystem into its monetary value, then probably our eyes will pop out. It gives us astronomical figures. So I'll just give you one example just to make you realize that how much we take our environment for granted, how much we are getting from the environment, but actually we simply take it for granted. So let's take because for our survival we know that we get oxygen, and plants are the only source which can give us oxygen. There is no other source which can actually generate oxygen. So whatever our waste we are giving out, carbon dioxide, the same thing, our waste, the plant is not only using that waste to manufacture the food for us in the form of your glucose, but in that process, photosynthesis, you all know that oxygen is being released, and that oxygen is helping in our survival. So if you go to, because during the corona pandemic, you know, even the health minister of Assam stated that if this way the number of serious cases rises, we'll have a severe scarcity of oxygen. So how oxygen is critical for our survival, we know that. So if you calculate, I'll try very briefly, I will tell you that how much of monetary value is that this oxygen which we inhale on a daily basis and which is required for our survival. We'll do a small abstract calculation. Like when we breathe in, breathe out in a single inhalation, which is called the tidal volume. When we breathe in normally, we breathe in 500 ml. Now, as taught to the children, we are not breathing in oxygen, we breathe in air, and it has a mixture of different gases. Nitrogen is there, carbon dioxide is there, oxygen is there. So we are breathing in air. We don't have any filter here that only oxygen is going to go in. So we breathe in an average of 500 ml of air, and taking in approximation that the amount of oxygen in that air is 20%, looking at the percentage of oxygen present in atmosphere, 20% of the that inhaled 500 ml of air is oxygen. So 20% of that air, inhaled air being oxygen, that means 100 ml. So now in a minute, in 1 minute, we on an average, an adult human like an adult average human being like us, we inhale 14 times, inhale, exhale, we do it 14 times. So if we take that into calculation, so we are inhaling in one day, we are inhaling, exhaling, means total breathing is 20,160 times. So that is the number of times that we inhale. So if I multiply that with 100 ml, because every time I'm inhaling 500 ml of air, my lungs are absorbing approximately 100 ml of oxygen, looking at the percentage of oxygen. So 20,160 inhalation into 100 ml. So that gives us 20 lakh 16,000 ml of oxygen. That is your 2016 liters in one day. 2016 liters of oxygen is required in one day for our survival. Now comes the most interesting part. Now what is the most interesting part here? So I visited a pharmacy the other day and they had a canister of oxygen, a small room freshener size canister. The cost of that canister was your 650 rupees, and it was written there that it had an average of 6 liters of oxygen. So 650 rupees for 6 liters of oxygen, that means per liter will be 108 rupees 33 pice around average. So now you imagine that if we would not have had a healthy ecosystem, this 2016 liter of oxygen that is required on a daily basis for our survival, if that oxygen we would have had to purchase, then just multiply this per liter of oxygen cost 108 rupees which I told you into 2016. It gives you a whooping 2,18,393.28. So 2,18,000 rupees. 2,18,000 rupees is the daily cost of your survival, which we are getting free from Mother Nature, from our so-called healthy environment. So we never give a thought to it. At the end of the month, so if one day is 18,000, for the whole year you do the calculation and imagine for a whole year what will be the bill for your survival. And at the end of the year, Mother Nature doesn't give you a bill that this is the bill for your survival, you have to pay me that. And that is where we take the environment for granted. So during this this wildlife week that we are celebrating, I wish that every parent, every teacher, every child, or every adult actually should at least infuse or make the children realize such it may be an abstract calculation, but the fact behind it is a huge fact. Imagine you wake up one day and there's no oxygen in the environment. What will happen to you? So we should not take our environment for granted. We should be thanking our environment that, and the cost of that survival, we are getting it free from nature. So it is our moral duty to do something for the nature. So that is the science which goes beyond how environment is supporting each and every organism and how important it is to have a healthy ecosystem. So the next day I will come up with another interesting science beyond books discussion, and I will do it on canopy cooling. Okay, can be like we say it will be on the cooling effect the plant gives us or provides us. Okay, so I hope you have liked the video. Thank you so much.